Yeah, so we have a number one England supporter here now. Yeah, and he's rather down because England lost. Explain to me your feelings, Mo. Why do you feel so down?
Oh man, I'm not seeing anything else.
Yeah, but look, look at it this way, right? Okay, they played Rooney all these games that he could play, right? Okay, he did absolutely nothing in any of the games, right? Okay, right. Before they even started the tournament, they were assuming that they were going to lose because Rooney couldn't play for the first two games, right? How can a whole nation pin their hopes on one person? I thought there's 11 people in one side in one football team. And even when they played their very first match, in my opinion, that was the best they've ever played, like, in the last 10 years.
Yeah, the second match, yeah, the first and second match. No, actually, the funniest thing as well, if you looked yesterday, the only player they were looking for was Rooney. Every single thing, Rooney.
They had Rooney coming out their armpits. You had Welbeck. Welbeck scored, yeah, and he's played a blinder since all the time that he's played, right? But they took him off to put on Rooney, right? If that's not backward racism, I don't know. I really don't know, right? The fact is, right, the last thing you want is to have a black player up front, yeah, scoring for England. You rather sacrifice the possibility that England could make it through to the semi-finals or to the finals with a black scorer. This is racism at their best. Now, I argue this, right? I argue this. Hang on. I argue this. Football mirrors society. The same things that went on during the tournament, it's the same thing that goes on in society. These countries are not using their people to the fullest of their ability, right? I'll give you an example. You had Rooney on playing full time. Personally, I think Rooney would have been far better as a sub. Brought on in the late stages of a match, maybe the last half an hour, last 20 minutes, possibly just the second half. There's no way he would have made any indent playing him the full time. That was just suicide. Especially as when you saw him the very first match and he missed umpteen amount of chances. Umpteen. But because it was Rooney, no one said anything. Could you imagine if this was another player? Even if it was a black player, could you imagine missing like 5-6 chances in world standard football? You know what I mean? We're talking about European football. It's like probably one of the best footballs in the world, and you're missing them many chances, and no one's not batting an eyelid. No one's not even criticising him. That's this racism. You telling me there was a black player that you wouldn't say nothing? You remember Heskey? Remember the ridicule that Heskey used to get? Yeah, but yet he was selfless and prepared to give out, but he used to get slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered. You know what? This sports media, the country, the commentators, you're all fucking racist. It's Rooney, 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 Rooney. But what did Rooney do? What could he do? He couldn't do jack shit. Pile of crap.